Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We get a number of people coming in here with issues regarding their shoulder. And in particular athletes, what's going on with these folks is they're having difficulty getting into a comfortable position overhead. Sometimes, they can't get past, even getting past horizontal. They're having problems reaching above this level right here. Either in a front raise or even in a lateral raise, they're having problems going above horizontal here. And what we're finding with these folks, we're finding a lot of trigger points and matted tissue in the deltoid itself. So there's a lot of, there's the anterior portion of the delt, there's the medial, and then there's this posterior portion of the deltoid. And it's a big muscle group that helps to raise the arm, either to the side or to the front, overhead pressing, that type of thing, lateral raises, that type of exercise. Even exercises where you're pulling and the rear delt's having to do a lot of the work, or even an extension, shoulder extension. So what we're finding is all kinds of matted tissue in the deltoid itself. And what do I mean by matted tissue? Well, a lot of repetitious type of exercise over time, the fibers within the deltoid itself has become matted down, kind of scarred up a little bit, even to a point where they're spasmed in there and they're creating trigger points. So that matted tissue, imagine if you've ever had a pet or a dog or a cat, and if you've ever seen their hair in a mat, and matted tissue, M-A-T-T-E-D, and all the hair fibers are kind of haphazardly laid down, and it's become this clump of hair that's tangled in your pet, in their hair, and it's very, very hard to comb out. Well, that's what we're finding in the deltoid. All this matted tissue, tender, tight, taut bands that are just within this muscle group, this muscle tissue, and so now that tissue can no longer perform these movements as efficiently as they did before they were matted. So how do you fix that? Well, if you've seen some of our shoulder videos before, there's a number of videos how to, for instance, the rotator cuff in the anterior deltoid using a barbell, also using a lacrosse ball, that type of thing. But what I've set up, what's happening, a lot of people having problems getting to that medial deltoid, the middle portion of the delt. How do you get there? Well, yeah, you can take a lacrosse ball and put it into the wall, but it's not that effective. Well, as you can see here, I've kind of rigged up the pull-up bar, the squat rack here, with pull-up assist band right here, just like this. And you can kind of see the pull-up assist band is above this barbell, which is also weighted down. You can kind of see here I got 25 pounds on this side, and I got 25 pounds on this side, so it's about 95 pounds. This is a 45-pound bar. And I have the pull-up assist band just slightly above this bar. And what I'm going to do here is to get into that medial deltoid, to start unmatting that matted tissue in there, so that way my overhead exercises become easier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to loop my arm. This is my left arm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, see, and I'm going to put it just above the elbow. See that? So above the elbow, kind of that tricep area, just above the elbow. And now this pull-up assist band is pulling upwards. And now I can get right in here and just glide back and forth longitudinal. So this is longitudinal, kind of stripping that medial deltoid back and forth. See that? So I usually recommend folks start from distal to proximal. So start at the bottom portion of the deltoid and work your way up. See that? And come back and then work your way up. Just like that. And that is kind of stripping. I don't have to, this arm is relatively relaxed. And I can add more pressure here by standing up taller. See? If I stand up a little bit taller, see? I can add more pressure. Oh, I can add more pressure onto my medial deltoid there. If I squat down, see, I'm squatting down now, there's less pressure. Now, see, there's less pressure on the medial deltoid with the barbell. So that upward pressure of the pull-up assist band, put it right there, and as I stand up a little bit, I can add pressure on that medial deltoid. See that? Boom. Get that longitudinal massage, if you will, or longitudinal stripping of that medial deltoid. And all I'm doing is either squatting or standing to increase the pressure or decrease the pressure. As I squat, I decrease the pressure. As I stand, I increase the pressure on that medial deltoid. So this is a great way to do a self-stripping of that medial deltoid. That's a lot more effective to do than with just a lacrosse ball. You can do the lacrosse ball up against the wall or something like that. That'd be fine. But if you want to really get into that medial deltoid, see now that was pretty tender for me. And now I can kind of retest that deltoid, the front raise and lateral raise. And now it just feels more freer to get into those positions. It just feels better. So anyway, like I said, we're finding a lot of these athletes have just this matted tissue in the medial part of the deltoid, the front deltoid too, and the posterior deltoid as well. But they're having difficulty getting to that. So by rigging up your apparatus here at the gym, you get a pull-up assist band, you get the bottom part just slightly above the barbell here, about a couple inches or so. And then you put your arm under the barbell, just like this. You put the strap above the elbow crease. And I can squat for less pressure. I can stand for more pressure to increase that pressure, that stripping pressure on that medial deltoid. Boom, right there. It's a fantastic move to strip that medial deltoid without having to push into the wall with a lacrosse ball. And it's a nice broad-based pressure all the way up the entire medial deltoid. And it just frees up that medial deltoid to really try to get that better position overhead. So, if you have any questions with this video, drop them off in the comment section below. We thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, if you're first time visiting this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notifications button so that way you don't miss any videos here in the near future. It keeps you in the loop. Also, share this with others so that way they can benefit from these videos as well. And also, hey, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. It lets us know you care. And if you have, again, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.